In a world where information seems to travel at the speed of light and traffic at a snail's pace, where the agenda of those at the helm doesn't always reflect the pressures on the streets, where the rubber hits the road, where there's queue of issues needing to be interrogated in the name of speaking truth to power.
Welcome to a place at the table,
where we set the agenda,
table the issues that matter to you,
and invite you to take a seat at the table.
If the government feel my job for 35 years is not appreciated, whatever I contributed while serving, give me my money. I am not happy. I am pushed to the world. Are you hearing me? I have children that I'm supposed to put further, but I cannot go home because of the mega things that is given to me on monthly basis.
For the past 1 year, I have not received 10 kobo, and I have worked for this country. I have used all my useful age, useful bone, whatever I want to talk, to work for this country, and after that, nothing was given to me. Then I need to force out.
Did we come here to come and drink water? Any one of now, we go betray on ourselves. When I know, say, now in our life, you can see policemen are suffering. There's nowhere in Africa, I'm not even talking about the world, where police are treated the way Nigerian policemen are treated.
How can somebody serve the country for 35 years, and after serving the country for 35 years, he leaves with 1.5 million naira? Is that not equivalent to almost killing him and taking away the important part of his life? Look at the politicians in the National Assembly. They practically do nothing except stealing. But every month, they earn between 30 million to 50 million.
With me that this is a very much needed conversation. Welcome back to A Place at the Table, a special edition with the theme is The Police Your Friend, and this is exclusive to New Central Television. Grateful for the presence of the Commissioner of Police Lagos State, Mr. Moshood Jimoh, and also the former Commissioner of Police Lagos State, Mr. Fatai Owosheni. Over to you, my namesake, Mr. Ademujimi. You will have 5 hours, just based on namesake.
Omar Sanwo. All right. Chronic underfunding of the Nigerian police force is a major driver of insecurity, with stations often lacking basic resources for daily operations. Despite a budget of 969 billion in 2024, divisional police stations operate with minimal funds, forcing officers to rely on or solicit unofficial funds for essentials like fuel and station maintenance. Also, what do you come up, baby? The 2025 budget proposal for the Ministry of Police Affairs is approximately 1.28 trillion. This includes about 1.25 trillion for police formations and commands, 9.22 billion for the ministry headquarters, and 15.88 billion for the police academy. Additional funding includes a past 124 billion for the police trust fund. The lacking of funding coupled with corruption leads to a system where, according to Human Rights Watch officers, are often compelled to pay returns up the chain of command, fostering extortion on the public, which Facebook noted in 2024. Wow. To make it worse, police officers will work for 30 to 35 years. And at the end of the day, such police officer is insulted with 2.5 million naira as his take home. But in the same country, ex-governors are packaged back to their choice of estates. Changing of brand new SUVs every 4 years, healthcare abroad, and lots more. When will the agency to tackle insecurity in our nation have its own life insecurity?
Like Zoma said, the take home cannot take them home.
The take home cannot take them home. So I
think Sir, everybody will talk, then you can now enlighten.
I understand the practice, but you don't stop them when they interject.
So no, I will stop them.
Yes.
It's my monologue. Don't worry, sir.
Take it one after the other.
So right.
Okay, so I feel like this has been an eye-opener, not just to me, or everybody in the studio, but people that are watching. Because I've come to realize that the problem isn't the individuals. Again, it's the system.
Yeah.
And I've also come to realize because there's force at the end of the system, the police cannot stand up for themselves, which brings us to what the solution can be, which is, as a citizen, you need to now take that responsibility to hold the right authority accountable.
Thank you.
That's my take.
Okay. Okay, for me, I mean, underfunding or not even funding, the police is a big problem. It's systemic. I believe that if you're funding the army continually for internal security, to maintain internal security is an anomaly, because they are to, focus on territorial security, right? So we focused for too long on the army and left the particular agency that should be in charge of this. And I'll make an example of Kwara State. Because in underfunding, we also need to look at the decentralization of the police in Nigeria. We must have state police. Look at Kwara. These people, the bandits kept giving warnings that they were going to come. There was a federal deployment there. After a while, they moved. If it was a state police, they will stay there. They know the people. Just as the former CP Lagos said, policing is cultural. Yeah. They know the people. They know the crevices. They know where to go to. So in not funding the police, we put them at risk. They don't have to ask me for money. Sometimes I'm seeing them in the sun all day. You can see that they're tired. Yeah. Sometimes I give them something, not because they asked for it, but because it's just not fair. You see their uniforms. The former CP said it. Back in the days, they will give them extra. They will, now they have to save. Listen to me. They have to save to buy their uniform.
From which salary?
Exactly.
How much are they earning?
So what I will, because we need solutions, what I will say is take from legislators who have extra, bam, and fund the police. End of story.
Kate, how do we take from the senators?
I don't even know what to say. My own is, as much as we don't want to blame the people, we blame the institution, we now blame the people. Respect is not budget dependent.
Hey!
Whoops! It's not. Professionalism and basic human decency doesn't cost anything. The people want to love their police. Exactly. I'm sorry. They want to help them. I'm like you. Sometimes you see these people, they're in the sun, you can see they're trying to do their job. But inside of them, they are fighting a battle that they can't speak about. So both of us, we have to help each other. It's not for them to take it out on us. We too are going through our own stuff. I'm sorry for getting emotional.
Thank you so much. For me on my side, everybody has his own reason to say one or two things or the other. Right. But authoritatively, I'll tell you this: the present government of the day is doing enough to reposition the police funding, and they've been funding the police properly. But we desire more funding, no doubt. Okay. Because there are a lot of areas that needed to be covered. But government is doing its best. Outside the federal government, if you come into this state, I keep on repeating, the kind of architecture that we have in Lagos State, with the assistant of the Mr. Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is far, far, far more better than what we have in the yesteryear. Because people who are paid allowances, if we lose any of our personnel in crossfire with the men of the underworld, they pay allowances to them, and they do a lot of other things to them. Right. So the government is doing their best, but we are hoping for more to come. But it's not appropriate to say that you want to go and take money from somewhere, I don't mention them, to come and fund the police. Police is being properly funded, but we need improved funding to be able to get to the desired. We shouldn't put our annoyance on anybody. We don't. Police officers have been trained to be very resilient and to work under pressure whatsoever. And that is why we have the low level of crime in Lagos State. I'll still go into that, but I want to say some people that ask some questions. That when this, so we're going to be paid 30 million. Court, yes, it's important to clear it. The Nigerian police force have appealed the judgment in the court of appeal, and the judgment is the appeal is ongoing. We have equally gotten a stay of execution of that judgment until the matter is completely exhausted in court. Nobody can say this is where it belongs, because it has to do with the police force, not me as an individual. If anybody is planning to commit an offense, I don't need a warrant to arrest such a person. because you say a woman was picked up. If somebody is committing an offense, you're present. The law is clear. Police cannot do anything outside the law. If the law is defective, the people have the responsibility to go to the National Assembly where the law is being made to say, okay, this law we felt is defective. It doesn't allow us to injustice and so and get it done, and not putting the defection of the law on the police. So now to I think I've trashed that. So, but this is your own police.
Sir.
And listen, please let me finish. This is your own police. This is the same police that go outside the country. Today, as I'm speaking with you, Somalia is using the same prototype of Nigerian policing, operation, administration, and everything. And our men are there. So nowhere you are going to channel whatsoever is the grievances before. The people who are members of the public, we appreciated their concern because they want the police to be better. So we will continue to grapple with ensuring that there's safety and security, which is paramount to everybody. If there's no safety and security, you can't stay in this studio for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So if we are saying all what we are saying, we'll leave the studio and go on the streets.
Okay.
So now I don't want you to continue to say things that will lower the morale of my officer that is already high to the optimum. We want their morale. Listen, we want their morale. We want their morale to continue to be high. And we know those who are watching us. Yes, those who are watching us equally know how they will continue to sustain. And the present Inspector General of Police knows all about policing entirely. So he has served in various dispositions and is going to increase the morale of the police.
So we need to balance that.
So balance it.
We need to balance
to balance it is not to heap everything on the doorstep of the police.
Sir,
we all have responsibilities.
Yes,
the government
getting the reason why we are here.
No,
we are here because we love you.
Because I love you too.
Are you aware that? Wait, are you aware that some of us flew into the country this morning because of this?
No, let me tell you.
If you don't love you,
because of this, I left everything I'm doing in securing over 25 million people in Lagos to come and be here.
That's your job.
To come and be here. It's my job, but you are taking me off my job to come and sit in the studio with you. And I'm in your middle. And because you know, yes. So now when you are not talking of state police,
yes.
I'm from Kwara State. That you have mentioned.
Great.
If I'm serving in Kwara State,
yes.
how many of my uncle or brothers or sister can I arrest if they commit crime?
Okay.
If if I am a Yoruba man, for example, from Lagos, and I live in Delta State, and all the police are from Delta State, what confidence will I have to go and report in anything against me by the people from Delta State? Let me know. That's what I'm telling you. So this Nigerian, you don't want to accept the diversity and the differences that we have as individuals. No, why we are here is because you are not Ensure. It's your name that you come here with, and your personality you come here. She came with her own personality, he came with his own personality, she came with her own personalities. So outside what we are saying in the public, do we know what we do at the back of the studio? Nobody knows. So the same thing when you are estraying the police, which is a reflection of what you have in the society. And like I have said, corruption is a personal thing. You can be a pastor and be corrupt. You can be imam and be corrupt. You can be somebody that decide and preside over people's issue and be corrupt. You can even be a senior correspondent and be corrupt. So it's not an institutional thing, it's a personal thing. So, and these police officers come from the So the orientation of the officer corps demand that we continue to do the best for our country. So and that's what we are doing.
My time is up.
Hold on. I wanted to say that you see this idea of people are supporting us, state governors are giving us money and giving us. State governors are not supposed to be giving because this is a centralized force. The federal government should be ensuring welfare.
At every level, even community assists the police.
Sir,
that's the way it is.
Wrong.
No.
I am saying that the onus is on the federal government.
We cannot be defending federal government for their deficiency.
No.
We can't.
No.
We will not.
No. Let me.
You can defend them because they are your employer.
But
we as citizens and we cannot defend them, sir, for possible.
But I'm telling you what is practicable because you are not under this uniform now. You are assuming. Listen. You are assuming.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry I have to come in. At this point, we're out of time. We're out of time. We'll get back to the conversation shortly. Yes, gentlemen. Sorry, no. We have his order from above. We have to go now, please.
You have to encourage your government to do more. We are encouraging them by paying tax.
So it'll be nice to get reactions from the audience because they've taken time out from their busy schedule to join us today, and we really appreciate you. But let's take a few messages from WhatsApp. God's favorite says, no, Ademola from Kano says, can other policemen learn from the policemen in the north? They seem to be more lenient than others. I wonder what it means. And this person that has been calling me on video call, please stop it. It's distracting. And if you want to watch DSTV channel 422. We have another message here. It says, please, can you ask why? It's a whole lot of questions, but I'll just take the few I can. Tunde Busari from Lagos says, please, kindly ask CP Moshood this few questions. Is Lagos Task Force legally authorized to sell stickers to transporters? Under which law or regulation is this sticker collection being carried out? Are the stickers formally approved by the Nigerian Police Force? Where do the money realized from the stickers go? And he says he has photo evidence. Okay. Okay. So I guess it's time for us to go to the members of the audience. We have a young man with cornrows there. I'm sure he has stories for days about his encounter with...
My name is Sheriff, also known as Dolak Wakata on X. And I'm 25 years old, and I have a 9-month-old daughter. I went on a solo protest on the 10th of February 2025 and 2026 at the Lagos State House of Assembly, and I had many issues that I needed to, voice out, which I am very sure that many of us also have these concerns. So after the protest, which was a peaceful protest and just only me, the following day, the post went viral and a lot of that, and I went again. And I got a call, because I sell clothes. I got a call that police came to my shop to look for me, and they picked up my brother. And I was like, what? Did I commit any crime? No, I did not commit any crime.
Picked up your brother in lieu of you.
In lieu of me. Thank you very much. Picked up my brother. I quickly drove out. I drove from the protest place to my shop. I could not find my brother. Then I was advised to get a lawyer and all of that. So that day, my lawyer went there with my mom. I was advised not to go. According to them, they might try to detain me. So my lawyer went there. We got my brother out. So I was served a formal invitation to come on Friday to, on behalf of the Commissioner of Police. On Friday, I protested on Wednesday, I think. So Friday, the following Friday. So I posted it on Twitter. People were like, don't go. They will give you holiday, Friday to Monday. I served them a letter back through my lawyer that I'm going to be there on Monday, which we went. Okay, I went with my parents and some of my friends, and we were there. We were there since 10 a.m. We waited till around 9. We were attended to around 9 p.m. in the night. And throughout that time, my mom, you know how this older generation is. My mom was crying. She was shaking the. I was like, Mommy, I did not commit any crime. I'm only saying what everybody is saying. I'm just there to make it known that this thing is not right. I have a child. Why does she have to face what I faced and what my mother faced? You understand? So I'm not happy at all. So we attended to, and funny enough, when we met with the commissioner, he was actually very nice with us, and he was like, okay, fine, this and that, and there is no issue. You have every right to have your solo protest. We only invited you because we want to know what the issue is, and we don't want it to be hijacked by so people. And my question, I have two questions. My first question is, why is it that when the police here protests, they're very quick to come out? There was a planned protest in October 19, I think by Shure or so. The following day, They have come with their bosses, they are everything, they are I was like, what's going on?
Okay.
So
thank you
the
very
second question, let me
wait, because of time, we have to.
all right, let me give you the second question. So the second question is, what is the police doing to, repair the relationship between them and the youth? Because we are all very scared of them, which is not supposed to be so. You work for us, you understand? So that's it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Honorable Commissioner, would you like
Thank you so much.
to
Let me answer
respond?
the young man. I think part of the project ongoing in Lagos is the police and youth dialogue, which we have taken to all the 5 divisions of Lagos and every local government. And equally at every division, we are doing it with the youth. So the youth of Lagos have come to recognize this. And where we met with our colleagues here was the first time they acknowledged that a commissioner of police came to attend that project personally. And even when the commissioner for youth was trying to amend it to say all security agents, I said, no, it is police that have itches that we are trying to dress. You don't match yourself. Let it continue to be police and youth dialogue. So we've been dialoguing with the youth, and we will continue to do that. We can't solve all the problem in one day. We take them one after the other. Then about the issue that he has mentioned, there are a lot of operational issue in the command that day. The officer that's supposed to bring him to me wasn't around. He was at the scene of crime because one very serious incident happened. So when he brought us, I said, young man, we agree with the right that you have the right to protest to everything, but we don't want you to be hijacked. Please, next time, if you want to go solo, we have an elder. I've forgotten his name. Is equally a very prominent person in terms of protest that used to go alone, but he will inform us that is going to go alone, so that we put police, so that people who felt you are doing something that they are against will not attack you, or multitude of people will not hijack it and start damaging.
Okay, so you
and it was a very good
because he didn't take permission.
No, not permission, just to educate him. Because and when they were looking for him to invite him was when they thought the brother, brother can look alike. They thought he's the person because it was a Facebook post. We don't arrest a brother in place of another. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much for correcting that. We have to go on a break now. This is a live broadcast, and we're very strict with time. Thank you very much for this conversation. So far, we still have quite a lot to unpack before we wrap things up here. We'll be right back after this break.
The Act lays out the rights and privileges of the citizens and also makes provisions for what the police need to do their job. So I think there's a common ground somewhere where some of the frustrations that security officers face that actually, have a hangover in the way they engage with the public have already been addressed by the Act. So if these resourcing areas are addressed, the police will better serve the public, and that deficit, that trust deficit that we see in terms of that relationship will be better.
Let me state categorically that the House and indeed the National Assembly does not have a fixed position on this matter. Our role is to facilitate a dialogue and generate consensus.
When I set up the 2014 National Dialogue, within that period, we have a lot of challenges in the country. People were agitating so many areas. But when we set up that dialogue, one thing that the whole almost 500 delegates agreed without much ado was the issue of state police.
The insights we gain will inform our administration's approach to supporting legislation that not only enhances the capacity of our police force, but also strengthens the bonds of trust between law enforcement and the public.
It's a work in progress. And the Act mentions so many things about human rights of Nigerians. It's an act to make sure that police works in line with the fundamental human rights of Nigerians, because the main job of police is to promote and protect democracy.
What we expect is from Nigerian police is that, okay, they should continue to stand for what is true and not, victimize people, picking up the wrong people. Yes, there are some very good ones. We are all human, no perfect person. But I feel that as police officers, they should continue to go deep in making inquiry of issues before coming to final conclusion.
We expect them to be more friendly, like more protected. You understand? We like to be all vigilant in anything they are doing. It's not every time they will stop you on the road, start saying. Even maybe someone can kidnap somebody with keke and they will not stop that person. They are only stop because they see you with big car. They will think, this person, you are doing Yahoo. They will not stop you, all those kinds of things. So
the expectations we have are that they are supposed to protect and serve, but that's not the reality in Nigeria that we live now. So I don't think they are doing what we are expected.
To guide us more, to protect us so that we can be safe.
Revisiting this question is I feel like during the NSAS it was clear, right? We just want them to do their job and nothing more than their job, right? And their job is very easy: protect, don't harass us, right? Don't come out and start doing unnecessary stops and search for things that you know are not necessary. For example, the other day I was driving, right? You stopped me, you asked for my papers. My papers are complete. You begin to ask me to give you money. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling them, everybody to do the right thing at the right time, okay? Do your work, I will do my work, okay? Do your work. Do their work well, okay? Police is our friend. They are our brothers. They are our in-laws. They are our daddy, okay? And any of them that are doing well, let's appreciate them, okay?
To do their job, just do your job.
Welcome back. You're welcome back to A Place at the Table, the special edition called Is the Police Your Friend? Yesterday at the Villa, the new Inspector General of Police was decorated, Mr. Tindu Disu, and he said that his priority will be the welfare of the men and women of the Nigerian police force. And he also said that Nigerians are the bosses of policemen. So when I'm driving home after this show, I will drive like the boss of policemen, because the IG said he has a law-abiding citizen. Now, I know Kate has a lot to say on this issue, so over to you, Kate.
The police can be our friend, but before we ask if the police is our friend, we must first ask, do Nigerians feel safe in the hands of those sworn to protect them? The police uniform is meant to command respect. It should symbolize safety, order, and trust. Instead, for too many of us, it evokes fear, frustration, and sadly, even distaste. This is a hard truth, but it is our lived reality. On our roads, at checkpoints, we're often met with unprofessionalism and subtle intimidation and expectation of something for the boys. In some cases, officers appear unkept, unprepared, and even under the influence, hand to heart. And when those entrusted with enforcing the law seem to disregard it, what message does that send to the ordinary citizen? Stories abound, stories that do not inspire confidence, but deep mistrust. And I speak not just from hearsay, but from my own personal experience. Moments that leave you questioning who protects the citizen when the protector becomes a source of concern. But this conversation cannot end in criticism alone, because the truth is we need the police. A functional society depends on them. So the real question is not just, are the police our friend, but how do we rebuild that friendship? It begins with accountability, with training, with dignity in service, and with a conscious decision by the force to rise to the standard the uniform demands. The police can be our friend, but only when they choose to become worthy of our trust. Funke? Bam! Funke, over to you.
Clock it. The police can be our friend only. I want to go to your monologue, because there's a lot to unpack there.
Please unpack.
You said the real question is not just, is the police your friend, but how do we rebuild that friendship? Because this friendship is broken in a lot of ways. We need to mend. We have to mend it, okay? And then you said it begins with accountability, with training, dignity in service. These are, key points. And the fact that the police can be our friend. We want you to be our friend. We are not against the police. We want to be able to trust the police. We want to be able to run to the police and not the police sending us back to the hyenas, those who want to, for better way of saying it. We want you to be our friend for real, but you are not presently.
CP, please, with all respect, I want everybody, I want you to round up.
Okay.
Right.
So I know we've been here and we've spoken about all the negative experiences that we've had. I've had some positive experience. One experience I had that shook me was, normally when I'm driving, I just have extra cash. Not because I'm trying to,
pay your way
through. I just understand.
It's more
I understand. Well, no, it's not that. I just understand what these guys go through. I understand that they're not properly funded and they don't get good salary home. Like Zuma said, the take home doesn't take them home. So I do have cash that just appreciates them, and I say nice things to them, and I make them laugh. That's what I do when I drive.
Encouragement.
So there's this time I was just driving, and normally I already just I saw them. I just put my the money from my pigeonhole. I was about to give the guy. He's like, no, you can go.
Oh.
I'm like, I was shocked. I was like, what? No, you can go. So there are good people in the police.
That's right.
That's one. Two, I first of all want to commend you for, like you said, you're responsible for 25 million people. For coming here, this is a sign that we are going towards the right direction.
That's right.
No forest grows in a day. It takes time. But with what the president just did by bringing in somebody else, I'm sure that there is a perspective to that. And so we're hoping that we're going to start seeing results. We're not here to criticize you. We're not here to hang you. We're here to make you understand that we want you to work. We want your system to succeed. Yes. Because if it does succeed, then we benefit.
Life is good for us.
Life is good. I just came back from the UK this morning for this program. And when I see the police there, I respect them. They don't even have guns, but you just respect them because you know that you're not afraid that they'll come and say, Baba for now.
Yeah.
What's for the boys?
Carry?
You respect them, and I want to respect our police. But we can't do that without having to point out these issues. It might sound weird, it might sound like we're angry. Of course we're angry, we experience these things, we want better. So I want you to understand that this is out of love. For me, the police is our friend. It can happen. And I hope with this new system, it will happen. Thank you very much.
Okay. In 2020, I don't want to mention the area, I don't want to mention the police command. In 2020, when things were down, everybody were home. And some miscreants were doing some small issues around. And the DPO approached my community, my SCDA, that they needed something. And that thing cost almost $500,000. I led the team that raised the money to support. That's not the first time that I will do that. That's not the second time. That's not I can give you a long list of today. Your men outside there, myself and Kingsley were coming. I left Kingsley, immediately they saw me and I saw them. Why? Because your rider and I, I'm a power biker. We were gisting. It was when they now call me that, they are miking, that's when I ran inside. I have a lot of them as friends. Since 2016, Tunji Disu will give us some men to train. The first time they sent to
IGP.
me, yes, IGP, in 2016. Yeah, in 2016, where he sent some men. You know what? And I trained them on NLP, and I tried to check. Yes, sir. And I try to check if they were behaving based on the recommendation. But I realized at the end of the class that they were good personalities. But guess what? One bad egg, we corrupt 499 fantastic eggs every time. You understand?
Yeah.
So, sir, the reason why we are doing this, let me resound again. Bryce said, what? It is because we want, sir, without due respect, I have capacity to live anywhere in the world with my family. I don't have to stay in Nigeria.
Straight up.
But because of patriotism and because of the legacy my father left, my father was among the engineers who built Ashejire Dam in old Oyo State, now Osho State, underwater corporation of Oyo State. I have that pedigree. And I say, you know what, where my father left, I will also do something. Yes, in Nigeria. And that's why I'm here. That's why I relocated back to Nigeria. Not because I was hungry. But because we love you, we need to point this thing out. My proposal about Nigerian police, when you said I wanted to remove
the logo. Elephant to horse.
Let me tell you the bitter truth. Yeah, quickly, let me tell you the bitter truth. When we read the history, the foundation of police, we understood that elephant represents stampede. And I said, you know what, instead of that, can we put horse? That's what I did. That's what I did. I read it as a suggestion. Because the last time I checked, sir, elephant was our logo for Nigerian Airways. It's offline again.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. This should be the standpoint where we're supposed to understand that police cannot work alone.
Yes, sir. That's right.
The society we serve desired our service, and we are giving the best of service that we can. And there's a room for improvement in everything we do. I said that earlier on, that any organization or government, like the police, for that subject to public opinion, must grapple with the responsibility of constantly educating the public of what we do. Our operation activity is not shrouded in secrecy. And that is why community engagement is the thing that we are doing. Like he asked a question, I missed the question out. The police that we have now, every administrator have been coming in and do one or two things to get it better. And at various people have been helping you, like you have said, but like he has said, friendship is a mutual understanding.
That's right.
If you have a friend and something is wrong and you want the friendship, there's a way you correct your friend. Oh, you are my friend. This is not up to. You don't write off your friend. Own your police. The police is your friend. We are more than the friend, we are your partner. For a lot of people in the locality, you want us to work like the UK police, like the US police. Fine. In a police state of US, before you get to a police point, you stretch out your hand so that they know you are not harmed. And you are not going to fire anybody. And when you walk straight. Being law-abiding is part of where we can help the police to work better in Nigeria, in getting things done properly. If you are all law-abiding, you agree with me that generality of the people are not law-abiding. If you are law-abiding, we will, yes. So if you are not law-abiding in the actual sense, and you cross the border to another country, and you started to be compliant with the law, what happened with the law in your country? It's not absence of law. The process of the law itself that said you are presumed innocent until you're proven guilty. In another country, once you are arrested, you are guilty. It is you that will use your personal money to establish that you are not guilty. If you are in police custody, your family will feed you. But in Nigeria, it is the responsibility of the state to do all those things for you. So we'll continue to do our best in this regard. But what I'm telling you is that if you say I'm different from the other police officers, I'm a police officer. I pass through the rank. So I feel the pains of every police officer. And we know government of the today, they have taken on all the police institutions for innovation. And special committee have been set up for all aspects that needed to be reformed, to be rehabilitated, and to be re-engineered in the police. And the news is there for us to pick. Don't let us pick only the negative. We should pick all the one that government is doing to get it better for us. The IG, yes, the issue of boss. Yes, you are my boss. I'm your servant, but I'm not your slave. There are two different things. Can you hear me, sir?
Mr. Benga.
Mr. Benga. You are my boss. I'm your servant, but I'm not your slave.
Very true.
Yes. So policing is not slavery.
Is that why the Nigerian police force wished us happy customer service week last?
Yes, I did it here in Lagos.
But people think that customer service is because you see ordinary Nigerians as your customers.
No.
Customer,
every organs of government were directed to engage in customer service week. The people are the people that need our service. And people that need our service are our customers. And we've been rendering the best of service. And people come out and point out some select area where we need to improve upon. And we are improving upon them. So what I want to conclude in this aspect is that police is your friend. We are more than a friend, but partner now. We want you to reimpose your trust and confidence in us, and we'll serve you better. So that will be a point of encouragement and a point of happiness for police officer. Despite that, during the rain we are there, during the sun we are there. When you are sleeping, we in your roll up or whatsoever, we are on the streets then.
No, we know.
Even when there's firework, you start calling the commissioner. Yes. They are firing somewhere, and some people are doing celebration of the new year using firework. Even if it's snooker, then even if it is husband and wife, how will a policeman know that when two people that are couple sleep together over dinner, one will kill the other? But you come the following day and said the human rights and the journalists, the media will say, why are you interfering in husband and wife matter? Who took the matter to the police? So because we police by culture, the culture of the people determine how we police them. Some people will go to police station, come and take my wife. You will go again, come and take my wife. The third time, come and take my wife. If you don't go there, the woman will be dead. And let me tell you, in a civilized environment, that's why we are more law-abiding than the other. The culture, Nigeria is diverse. One policeman in Lagos can arrest up to 4 people. But somewhere, I won't want to mention name, maybe you see where my hand is going. Somewhere, it takes 4 police
to arrest one person.
4 policemen to arrest one person.
One person, yes.
But so that is the scenario we have. So this frame our policing plan. But any policing plan that doesn't bring in the priority of the community. Community is not only village. Even the news center is a community. So any policing plan that doesn't take in the input of the community priority is not a policing plan. And that is what the IG currently has announced yesterday. We are your servant. We'll serve you better. You are our boss. But we are not slaves.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I just want to say, just to round up my advocacy, that the good ones should be the loudest for reform. And that improvements cannot be whispered, but must be felt at every interaction and checkpoint by Nigerians.
Should trickle from police headquarters to the rank and file
they can
on the
hear
street.
me.
Thank you very much. And just like my namesake said about the suggestion for the horse, my own suggestion is maybe we should drop the force at the end of the Nigerian police. Should be Nigerian Police Services. Yes. And the finest policemen I've seen in my life were in Hong Kong. They're on their way to East Timor for peacekeeping so many years ago. Very immaculately dressed.
We were there in Somalia. We are there in Darfur. We are there in Guinea.
Because the motivation,
fantastic.
Because the motivation is better.
Let me tell you. On yearly basis, the United Nations punch our EOD. That's
so we know.
Okay, we have a few minutes more to wrap up the show. We have a few minutes more to wrap up the show, but let's take a few tweets from our Twitter family. Always Great says, retired CP Oshani spoke right. Culture plus poverty plus government are determining factors. Even here in the US, we have our problems also with the law enforcement. Remember ICE, not discrediting what's happening in Nigeria. Let's see if we can take a few more tweets before we move to the members of the audience. Adesina Deborah says, if it's not personal and not constitutional, why are there more cases of this bad behavior everywhere? And Paul John says, come to Ayobo from Iyanokpaja bus stop to Ayobo again to SFO. This is the same police station guys collecting money in those places. They turn themselves to money collector. This is an everyday thing. So CP, you might want to check that out. I would like to appeal to members of the audience. Let's take a comment from Yinka first.
Some people are already anticipating what I'm going to say. Behind me, but I will disappoint them. I will disappoint them. Now, central to the issues that we're having is trust. I'm not asking a question, I'm making a comment. So central to the issues that we're having is trust. And I'm always about what's the solution, because we can spend the entire day talking about the issues and all that, and still we're trying to deal with the issue. Now let's talk numbers. The same numbers you don't want to hear. Wenga said in his advocacy that the total budget for the police is 1.3 trillion, 1.3 trillion. All right, which is like almost like 200% increase from where it was in 2020. Okay, at that particular time, the total police force was around 250,000. It's around 370,000 now. So there's a 120,000 increment in 5 years. All right. So when you look at the standards in terms of the number of police to a population, the general standard is somewhere between 1 police to 400 people. Okay, Nigeria's standard, with the numbers we have in Nigeria, we have like 1 to 600. So, yeah, around that. So we still have something like in a gap of around 200,000 more policemen to be able to properly police Nigeria. Now, I'm not talking sentiments. I'm looking numbers. So because again, sometimes we get a lot into the whole mix of it. We miss the bigger picture of it. So the question here is, you need 200. You don't have enough funding for what you have. You need more people. You need more money, and you don't have enough funding because the 1.3 trillion you're talking about, over 90% of it is recurrent expenditure. All right. And it's not even covering everything. It still comes down to this 30,000 per whatever. So clearly we have a funding problem. Now, the question is, how do we deal with this funding problem? Can we tweak the the police trust fund, okay, to say, do we up the numbers, the percentages to get more money in? Is that a possibility? Do we look at other models? I think that the country right now has to start looking seriously at state policing. And it's not a question of whether we don't want the diversity. I mean, I saw what the CP said. Yes, we love diversity. Nigeria police is not going to disappear. But the reality is that at the point right now, the model we have in Lagos must be replicated. Because the reason why Lagos works is not because, for whatever reason, Lagos is special. It's because the state, as an institution, is invested, and not just the state, the private sector. There's the police trust fund in Lagos, all right, that is also putting in money. We have to think seriously about ensuring that funding gets to the police, and maybe we can start by making sure that there's state policing, there's community policing, and with the Nigeria Police Service, and ensure that we solve this funding gap. That's my take. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I want to ask, why is the Nigerian police, hostile to the common man? They see people with different hairstyle and assume they are criminals, mostly. Yes. Yes, they profile them and assume they are criminals, like people with blonde haircuts or probably dread, while the real criminals are even on low cut. They are well dressed, but the police assume because you are dressed somehow, you are a criminal.
So, sorry, we have instructions that we are about to wrap up. So we'll just take, I'm sorry, next time we'll have to extend the time. We'll take final thoughts from the former Commissioner of Police, Mr. Fatai Owoseni, and the current CP before we wrap things up.
Thank you very much. I must say that, like Benga said, almost all the states have trust fund, or your state operates a security trust fund. I'm the executive secretary. So most of the state governors are actually, funding the police. But when you talk of fund as well, like I've always said, the police reflects you. If you say the police is bad, then you are bad, because the police is a reflection of the country, of the society. An average policeman should be an angel. So let us make our policemen angels. And the only way we can do that is to recognize that they are a reflection of us. For the people that are leading us, that need to fund the police as well, to know that they are a reflective of the government, of the country. And of course, taking funding and everything out, the police leadership should also know that when issues come up like this, it is for the betterment of the police. The issue of trust, we have to fight on it together. I remember that 2016, I was the Commissioner of Police here. We handled the Mumu Don't Do with Two-Face, and we handled it in such a way that we didn't allow it to escalate. So everybody is a collective responsibility that we must make our police what it's supposed to be. We have been teaching people outside this country how to do police work. He said it, we are all over. Nigeria is the #1 country that the request for police contributing country for the United Nations. Some of us were there. I was chief of staff of the whole police in Sudan and everything. So let's Nigerians, join hands together with us. And of course, for the police as well, the new Inspector General of Police is there. The president believed in him. We believe that the president is going to fund, the police more than what I've been doing before. His job is cut out for him. And for some of us that know him, he was my officer in Lagos State. We did all these things together. We believe that it can change things. And of course, we will have the kind of police that we deserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We don't profile people because of the way they look. It's when your conduct now exhibits on certain suspicion, not because of the way you dress or the way you look. That's the issue. And when you get to a police checkpoint, like I said, we were trained to pay attention to people that ignored us when they see us on duty. We were trained to pay attention to people that patronize us. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. And we are trained to be careful of this. So it's your conduct that will make us to say, stop there. Whatsoever, like she is dressed, we can't stop her for anything. But it had been established matter that we are investigating where people toggle in pistol or weapons under their head. Some people put the turban and wrap something suspicious under. So we don't profile because of the way you dress. It's because of the act that you must have done. So to round up, I want to say that police is your friend. I will continue to be your friend. Police is your servant. It is from your taxes that they pay us. But where you notice anything against our police personnel, please report to be a point of correction to what we have done. But state police is not the answer. To ensure proper police funding, to improve on it, is the solution for us in Nigeria, and it will take us to where we are. Nigerian too should endeavor to be law-abiding in nature, so that we can, all the resources we are using to pursue people to comply with the law can be directed to crime fighting and to other activities of policing. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Now, as we bring this thought-provoking and much-needed conversation to a close, I want to take this opportunity to thank the former Commissioner of Police for Lagos State, Mr. Fatai Owoseni. Thank you so much for honoring us with your time. I would also like to thank the current Commissioner of Police, Mr. Moshood Jimoh. Thank you so much for your time and for engaging with us on this very important and vital issue. I would also like to thank the Managing Director of News Central, Mr. Kayode Akitemi, affectionately known as Mr. K, for being a champion when it comes to giving voice to the issues that matter to all of us. From all of us at a place at the table, my name is Benga Aborowa, your moderator, saying thank you for being a part of this conversation. And I'd like to say thank you to our brilliant studio audience. I want to apologize that we couldn't take all your thoughts because of time constraints. I hope you understand. Thank you so much. And to our brilliant panelists and the regulars on a place at the table, thank you so much. And God bless you all. Remember, the police is your friend, and you're also the boss of the police.